Good evening. This is Worldline Broadcast, transmitting tonight's official weather report from the floating kingdom of Aris, where conditions across the upper sky lanes have worsened significantly over the last 3 hours. At the time of this broadcast, heavy cloud movement has been recorded along the western suspension routes, with dense silver fog rising from beneath the lower platforms and drifting toward the central districts. Visibility is now extremely limited across the outer bridges, especially between High Lantern Gate, the Ivory Spire Quarter, and the southern edge of the Glass Market. Residents are advised to avoid unnecessary travel after sunset. The Royal Sky Office has issued a Level 2 storm warning for all districts above the 9th cloud shelf. Wind speeds are expected to intensify through the night, with cross-current turbulence forming between the Hanging Gardens and the eastern watchtowers. Small personal gliders have already been grounded, and commercial sky ferries are operating under delay protocols. Pilots are being instructed not to descend through unmarked fog layers. In the northern quarter of Aris, light crystal rain has already begun to fall. Though beautiful from a distance, the rain has been described by local authorities as structurally dangerous. The droplets harden on contact with railings, cables, and bridge stone, increasing the risk of slipping, weight strain, and sudden edge collapse. 3 minor bridge fractures were reported earlier this evening near the Old Choir District. No fatalities have been confirmed at this time, though emergency lantern crews remain on site. Citizens living near open walkways are advised to secure doors, extinguish exterior lanterns, and avoid leaning over balcony edges, especially during periods of thunder. Now to the central forecast. Meteorologists from the Palace Observatory believe the storm front originated far beyond the western vapor fields, where warmer currents from the Ember Belt collided with the descending cold mass from the star-facing side of the upper atmosphere. This rare convergence has created what forecasters are calling a hollow sky system, a pressure formation known for producing echo thunder, magnetic dust, and sudden drops in altitude stability. In simpler terms, the sky beneath Aris may not remain steady tonight. This has raised concern in the lower districts, where older support chains connect the residential platforms to the main crown structure of the kingdom. Engineers have reassured the public that the central foundations remain secure. However, routine inspections have been accelerated, and several lower schools will remain closed tomorrow morning, pending structural review. Parents are encouraged to keep children indoors. In the Moon Archive District, witnesses have reported hearing low humming sounds beneath the fog, followed by brief flashes of pale blue light under the bridge lines. Officials have not yet commented on these sightings, though similar atmospheric behavior was last recorded 19 years ago during the long wind season, when 2 cargo towers disappeared for nearly 6 hours before reappearing several miles east of their marked positions. Authorities continue to deny any connection between tonight's storm and the old displacement events. For those planning overnight travel, the late crossing between Aris Central and the Western Prayer platforms has been suspended until further notice. Bell towers will sound every 30 minutes through the night to guide those already in transit. If the bells stop unexpectedly, travelers are advised to remain where they are and avoid responding to unfamiliar voices in the fog. We repeat, do not attempt to cross outer suspension bridges after the final lantern hour. In district shelters, supplies of heat cloth, sealed water vessels, and navigation candles are being distributed by local wardens. Residents from lower terraces may experience floor vibration, drifting mist indoors, or brief interruptions in signal glass communication. These are considered expected conditions under severe storm pressure. There is no cause for panic. However, citizens are advised to keep windows covered until morning and not to look directly downward if blue lightning appears below the city. Before we close, here is the overnight outlook. Fog density will remain high until just before dawn. Winds are expected to peak between 2 and 4 a.m. Crystal rain may continue into early morning, followed by unstable clearing over the eastern towers. By first light, conditions may improve in the upper gardens. though travel restrictions are likely to remain in place through midday. Tomorrow's sunrise, if visible, is expected at 6:14. This has been Worldline Broadcast. Stay indoors, stay above the rails, and should the storm begin calling your name, do not answer.